Hey everyone, Marianna Swallow here. I am the Speak Easy coach, and my job and my mission is to make public speaking easy for everybody. So I'm just making a bunch of content today. I have a stack of Post-its. These are all questions that were asked of me at a conference in October. And I've been hanging on to these, wanting to answer these via YouTube. So I'm just going to blow through them, answer these all right now. And if you're watching this on YouTube, they might be cut up into various questions. So if you don't hear a question you like, go watch the other video. It'll probably be there. So first thing I got, actually, I want to hang on to this one. This is one of my favorites. It was a compliment, but here's why I want you all to listen to it. I just wanted to say how much I appreciated the way you tried to squelch side conversations. Great presentation. Thank you. Whoever wrote me this comment, thank you. But I want everyone to see this, that when you are at the front of the room, you can't let people have side conversations. Little bit, yeah. But when I was stopping these side conversations, it's because it was getting distracting to the point where I could see everyone looking over at these folks and I could hear it all the way up at the front of the room. And mind you, this was a huge ballroom in a hotel. So squelch the side conversations, you need to come up with a verbiage to do that. If you're like, I don't know, Marianna, how do I do that? Book an hour with me. I will coach you. All right, next one. Tips for leading and engaging remote meetings, specifically ways to remember or focus on eye contact and direct engagement. Couple of answers here. Number one, to make sure you're having direct engagement, you have to be intentional and you need to plan for it. So think about what you're going to do with this group. Will you ask them to drop something in the chat? Will you create a survey you can use on Zoom? Sorry, everyone, I'm not a Teams person. I'm a Zoom person. So if there's an equivalent in Teams, do it. Activities. I always plan activities for my audience. If you're doing something in a webinar format, which means there is no interactivity, you need to plan something that can be a one-way way to keep people engaged. Can you ask them a question? Can you put up a QR code where they will scan something? Can you ask them just to write down thoughts? So for the interactivity, you need to plan for it and have your methods ready to go. Now, as far as remembering eye contact, a couple of ways to do this. You really got to train yourself to look right here at the camera or wherever your camera is. People have it up here, but you need to practice it. And I would say, don't wait till you're on the meeting to practice. Practice looking in the camera, which is what I'm doing right now. If you need to, write yourself a Post-it and put it up here to the right or the left of the camera. Write yourself a note. That's a trick that can help you. All right, done. Next one, how to prepare your communication message efficiently. And then the sidebar here, some people fuss and take a lot of time working on a presentation. How to help them so that they don't over prepare the message, but don't focus on the presentation part so it's effective. Okay, there's a lot there. I honestly don't know if I can answer this succinctly. I mean, here's my short answer. It all starts with the purpose. You need to be clear on your presentation's purpose. And if you're talking about someone who tends to get in the weeds, they get like really in the weeds with preparing the PowerPoint or whatever you're using, and that's where they put most of their time. Number one, it might be a procrastination technique. Number two, you need to coach that person on being okay with good enough. The phrase that's coming to mind for me is, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. And I speak from experience. I have to do this myself. I have to tell myself all the time, like, okay, good enough. Don't spend 35 minutes looking for a stock photo to drop in here, because I can do that. Analysis paralysis. All right. What tools are available for overcoming stonewalling? I don't know. Books written by management consultants, I think. That is not my area of expertise. I'm sure there are other soft skills consultants who can help with that. Sorry, can't answer that one. How would you communicate with somebody in a high leadership position who is set in their opinions and unwilling to consider other valid and even more informed opinions? All right, if they are, maybe that came from the same person. If they are just like that much of a stone wall, honestly, I don't know that you're going to change them. But this has been disrupting our team morale, workflow, and sense of purpose. Yeah, I feel you. I had a boss just like that. I have no magic words. I mean, I'm also the kind of person who tends to be really direct when I need to communicate with my team members, my partners. I haven't had to report to a boss in a long time. I report to all my clients. But if someone is that much of a brick wall, I think somebody needs to have I sit down in conversation with this person and say, look, could you please just be open to some new ideas? Let us share our ideas and talk about why we think they're good. Let us share the benefits. That's what I got. All right. Next, I can make my email communication tailored to different communication styles, clear, concise, and include the so what, but how do I get my audience to read the email? Okay, whenever you ask in any context, how can I make somebody do fill in the blank? The short answer is you can't. We can only control what we can control on our end. We can't control other people's behaviors. So what does this mean? Well, what can you control? And the only effective way I've seen this happen is when people put in the subject line, important, please read, or please read. I've seen people do things like, in the body of the email, somewhere in the middle, they stick a line that says something like, if you have read this far and you understand, please email me with the word burrito or something like that. And even then, I don't know that this is going to work. This is something I've done with my college students. And at the beginning of every year, when I send the syllabus and they're supposed to read the syllabus, I have offered prizes for actually reading it. I think in the 4 or 5 years I've been teaching college, only 2 people have ever actually emailed me the word bingo, which was the word, and got the prizes. So that's all I got for you. Sorry, I can't fix it, but we really can't control other people's behavior. Put something in the subject line, let them know they have to read it. Done. All right. Oh, this one I already answered. How do you redirect a conversation when you can tell you're losing an audience? This is on YouTube. Go ahead, go find it. How can you deal with someone who doesn't stay on topic in meetings and is offended when their off topic is tabled? Okay, again, you can't control their feelings. They're offended. Maybe they didn't go to big boy or big girl school. But, have the parking lot. And I would say, for those of you who don't know what a parking lot is, you have an actual place to capture off-track items. This could be a flip chart or a whiteboard that's at the front of the room. It could be a piece of paper. But when the meeting starts, let people know if there's something off topic, I am going to table it for after the meeting. Or I like to say, I'm going to parking lot it. I will put it up here. I promise we will discuss if we have time. Otherwise, let's chat after the meeting and discuss it after the meeting. And, just let them know, look, it's not personal, but, we only have the room till 10:30, or I have a meeting at 11. We need to wrap up. I will talk to you about this after the meeting. Again, you can't control people's feelings. Great question. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Finally. Oh, this was one for me. I gave out cards and told people they could go to my mscheatsheets.com to get the downloadable freebie. And there were postcards on everyone's table, and they said, it would be nice if you put the QR code on the postcard. Good idea. Thank you for that idea. And great presentation, by the way. I really got a lot out of it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everyone, for my conference meeting with, I don't know if I can say the name of the organization, but the folks I was working with in October. Have a great day and happy speaking.